Hey everyone, you're watching Anime Jackson, and today in this video, I'm going to go through whether or not anime hype should be listened to or taken seriously. So yeah, let's get to it. Firstly, I already have done a video as to whether or not anime hype is good or bad, and I don't know if I'm agreeing with what I've said in that video. I'll put a card up here for it and a link in the description below. But I do believe that anime hype is good as long as it's kept in moderation, and bad when it gets overhyped. It depends on how much hype there is for that anime. But some form of hype is practically unavoidable, as new anime at times get advertised the hell out of. At times they don't get advertised as much as others, but there's always some form of advertisement for a new series that's just about to air in the next anime season and whatnot. And also another form of hype is word of mouth. For an anime that's currently airing or for an anime that's completely aired, word of mouth is a powerful form of hype. But should these forms of hype be listened to? Well, firstly, with the advertisement hype, so for a new anime and it gets advertised a lot, I don't think that the hype should be listened to at all. It should not be taken seriously. Reason for that is because the show hasn't aired. There's no guarantee whether or not the show is going to be good or bad. Advertisements doesn't mean that an anime is going to be good. It just means that they have got money in the budgets to advertise the hell out of that anime so that they get as many views as possible. That's what advertisements are. Secondly, with word of mouth, for anime that are currently airing or for anime that have completely aired, word of mouth, like I said, is a very powerful way of hyping up a show. People don't realize that when they say a show was good, that they are hyping it up. I do reckon that word of mouth should be listened to a little bit more and should be taken a little bit more seriously. Reason being is because it is some form of proof that a person or a collective of people have enjoyed that show. But to also keep in mind that that doesn't mean that you are going to enjoy that show either. Just because they enjoy it doesn't mean that you will. You are an individual, you have your own interests, you have different likes and dislikes to everyone else. Just a lot of people liking a show means that maybe the odds are a bit higher that you will like it as well. Now, with both of these forms of hype, it is possible for a series to be overhyped. But then what is an overhyped anime? An overhyped anime to me is when an individual or a collective of people take any form of hype seriously and way too seriously. They go, there's lots of people saying that the show is good, or there's so much advertisements for this show, it has to be good. It has to be God's gift to the anime community, in which that's not necessarily the case. Lots of people enjoying it, like I said, doesn't mean that everyone else will. And just because the anime is getting lots of attention with advertisements and whatnot doesn't mean that the show is going to be good. But it's how our human brain works, especially when we see a show getting advertised. A show getting good reviews and other word of mouth forms of hype, that's just proof that someone else has enjoyed that show, and that's usually a good indicator or not, especially when it's lots of people that have actually put in their word of how good the show is. That's just an indicator as to whether or not you may or may not like it. But for an anime that is getting advertised a lot because it's just about to air, is really where overhype is an issue. And overhyping is not just an issue in anime, it's also an issue in video games like with Watch Dogs. So it's possible to overhype an anime just like with video games. But with anime, it is when it gets advertised so much and people see all these different forms of advertisement for one particular show, and they take that as it has to be good. They take it as, you know what, this anime is getting posters, it's getting billboards, it's getting TV ads, TV promos, everything. It's getting the works. So it has to be awesome, which no, that's not necessarily the case. And then when it gets to the point of it has to be awesome, you have subconsciously put expectations for that anime for how good it has to be. And it's when an anime doesn't meet those expectations, it goes plummeting down, it becomes a disappointment. And to you or to the collective of people that feel disappointed about that anime, it is an overhyped anime where the producers, the people who have done all these advertisements, haven't overhyped it. It's you and the collective that have. Because if you didn't take all this advertisement seriously, then the anime wouldn't be overhyped. Well, that's how I see it. Of course, because it is how the human brain works, it's not exactly simple to not see all this advertisement and go, okay, it has to be good. It's no different than seeing something else on TV, whether it be like a toy or a video game or another TV show, it doesn't have to be anime, and go, you know what, it's on TV. If it's on TV, it must be good. Life doesn't necessarily work like that. There might be something better that doesn't get any advertisements at all. Okay, like, yeah, it's hard to not be human because that's what we are. But at the same time, maybe going, okay, well, it's getting advertised. The company that's doing the show has a lot of money in the budget. They can afford all this advertisement, which is one way to actually look at that advertisement form of hype. So I've now gone through the forms of hype. I've gone through whether or not those forms should be listened to. Hype in general, I don't think it should be listened to completely. I don't think it should be taken seriously completely. It should just be an indicator as to the show might be good. So if you keep those expectations for a show at a level that you'd put onto any other show, well, then the show actually might be good. If you put those expectations up high because you've seen all these different forms of hype, then because you've got the expectations up so much higher, and each and every time you get more and more hyped up about that show, those expectations go even more higher, well, that's where the overhype thing comes. It's because you're putting these expectations on. But if you have the expectations that you have for any other anime that you don't get all this hype for, well, then you actually might have more anime that you enjoy because you haven't allowed it to get overhyped. You haven't allowed yourself, and you haven't listened to what everyone else in the anime community is saying about how good this show has to be. Because if a show hasn't aired yet, then no one knows how good it will be. But then what are some ways that we can try to avoid an anime getting overhyped? Well, I can think of two, and I'm going to go through them, obviously. Firstly is you just ignore all the hype. You don't read, you don't listen to what the anime community is saying about that particular series. You don't see all the advertisements for that particular series. You just go onto like my anime list before the new anime season starts and go, I'm going to watch this anime, this anime, this anime. You go through the whole list and decide what you want to watch. And that's all that you go off by. You go off by the poster that it gives you. You go off by the blurb thing that describes what the series is going to be about. And also the studio which is doing the anime. That's all you go by. You ignore every other form of hype. It's a little bit hard to get overhyped when you are ignoring it all. Second way may be just a little bit easier, I guess, is to listen to the hype, but don't take it seriously. Just go, oh, okay, well, this anime is getting advertised a lot. It might be good, it might not be good. But because it's getting advertised a lot, it might be worth giving a try. The studio has faith in this anime. But again, to keep in mind that it may or may not be good. Or lots of people are talking about this anime. They're saying it is great. I'll give it a shot. There's lots of people enjoying it. That might be a good sign. But at the same time, I may not enjoy it because I'm different to everyone else. Everyone is individual. So yeah, listening to the hype and taking all the hype seriously is where anime gets overhyped. And that is why I'm saying that it's not necessarily the best idea to listen to all the hype and take it seriously. Because once you let yourself believe that all this hype means that this new anime is going to be God's gift to the anime community, is when you place all these extremely high expectations for it and they come crashing down. And being able to not take all the hype seriously, just listen to it and to go, okay, well, I'll give it a shot kind of thing. But to keep in the back of your head that it may be bad, it may be good, but to not have the strictly high expectations increases the chance of it not being an overhyped anime for you, and increases the chance also of it being an anime that you actually enjoy. If you don't let an anime get overhyped, you are more likely to enjoy it, is how I see things. But anyway, that there is all I have for you for this video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comment section below whether or not you think there's other forms of hype, or whether or not you think there's other ways to avoid an anime becoming overhyped for you individually. Be interested in what everyone else's opinions are. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, or comment that you did in the comment section below while answering that question. If you want to see more content by me, then check out my channel. You might find another video or two that you like the look of. Or consider subscribing to me. It will be a great help to me, and you get to stay up to date for when I upload more videos. Again, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time in the next video. See ya!